You're listening to episode 24 of the Simply Sabbath podcast. When we arrive at the end of the work week, there is a beautiful opportunity to welcome the Sabbath and the rest it brings for ourselves and our families. And while it is a beautiful opportunity, it does not come by without intention. I see you and the work you do to usher in this day of rest. You make sure the home is clean, the meals are prepped, and the activities you will do together as a family planned. You work with purpose the other 6 days in anticipation of the 7th. Before you begin your rhythm of Sabbath welcome, the next few minutes are for you. It is an acknowledgement of the good and loving work you are doing in the various roles you have the responsibility to steward throughout the week. It is a reminder that you are not alone in this desire to live counterculturally, and it is an encouragement to continue seeking to rest with Jesus. So, stop what you are doing, close your eyes, and listen to this, my prayer of blessing over you. Jesus, you see the burnout written on the face of the busy, exhausted mom. You see her slumped shoulders as she picks up what feels like the millionth wrapper off the floor. You see her glancing at the clock, counting down the minutes until the high-pitched, exuberant voices in her home quiet. With every squeal of delight that emits from their small little bodies, she becomes more keenly aware of her own body's desire to crawl back into bed and collapse. You see her take a sip of coffee and will herself into action, doing the daily tasks, the weekly tasks, the monthly tasks, staying on top of the bills, the meal prep, the cleaning, taking kids here and there, volunteering for this thing, attending that meeting, checking in with family and friends, kissing boo-boos, finding lost homework, and feeding the dog because the kids forgot to once again. You see her getting a moment to sit with her Bible and prayer journal, and in that pause, the breakneck speed in which she's been functioning finally catches up with her. She underlines passages and takes notes to engage her body and keep her heavy eyelids open as she reads. You see her checking her phone's calendar app, and you see the panic and discouragement swirling up and covering her like the blanket she wishes she could pull up and hide under to avoid what feels like a never-ending cycle of repetitive, soul-crushing, body-aching work. She wonders where the energy has gone, where the joy has gone, though she would never utter those words out loud. Because she loves her children and her husband, she wouldn't trade them for anything. But she just wishes she wasn't so dang tired all the time. She just wishes she wasn't always on the verge of bitterness, anger, and resentment. You see it all. You see her. And you long for her to know your heart for her week, her time, her energy. You long for her to know your heart for her life, a life of joy and peace, of work and rest. So, Lord, I pray for her today. I pray that she would give herself permission to stop because you've given her permission to stop. And I pray that she embraces rest this weekend, embraces setting down the work and letting it just be where it is for just one day. I pray she embraces sleep and eating and staying in one place. I pray she embraces the mess of the day and put down striving for perfection. I pray she embraces taking cues from the little ones she has responsibility for. May their silliness and their goofiness be a beacon of light for her to find her way out of the forest of work and into the wide open field of play and enjoyment. And may she feel your embrace, reminding her she is of value not because of the things she does, but because you created her and you call her your own. And in embracing all of that and in being embraced, may she experience a deep joy settle into her bones and re-energize her. Amen.